Okay, finally we're going to run the two-way ANOVA and the regression. We only set up one set of hypotheses for each of these. So for the two-way ANOVA, our hypothesis for the first main effect was that people who drink a lot of alcohol will spend more money on entertainment than social drinkers, and social drinkers will spend more on entertainment than non-drinkers. The hypothesis for our other main effect was that men will spend more money on entertainment than women. And then for our interaction hypotheses, the interaction of gender and alcohol, we said that drinking in men will lead to bigger differences in entertainment spending than it will for women, such that men who drink more will spend significantly more on alcohol than women who drink a lot. Okay, so the two-way ANOVA, it is similar to the one-way ANOVA script. However, you're going to add in the second variable with a asterisk in between them. So we have our y variable is entertainment spending, and then our two x variables are alcohol and gender, and we just put those together with a little asterisk. And then data, we tagged the name of our data here. And then we're running all of the same summary, ETA squared, 2KHDN model tables as the one-way ANOVA. So all of this is the same except for just that little adding in the second variable. Okay, let's run this. Okay, so here we have our main effect for alcohol. So people who drink different amounts of alcohol do spend on entertainment differently, and there was a main effect for gender as well. Both of these p-values are less than 0.05, and we have these little stars here. So the genders do spend differently on entertainment. However, there was no interaction effect between alcohol and gender, so the genders alcohol did not affect the different genders differently in how they spent on entertainment. Okay, so then we have our ETA squareds for each of these. For alcohol, we actually have a medium size effect here. You can see if you scroll up to the one-way ANOVA, there's the interpretation for the ETA squared, and it's a 0.08, which is a little bit higher than the medium effect size. But then for gender, we had a relatively small effect size, and then of course there was no effect there for the interaction. It gives us all of the different group comparisons in the post hoc test here, so we can see that since this p-value was not less than 0.05, people who drink socially do not spend differently on entertainment than people who don't drink at all. However, this group of heavy drinkers spend significantly more on entertainment than people who don't drink, and the heavy drinkers spend significantly more on entertainment than people who drink socially, because both of those are less than 0.05, and those are both positive numbers. So 2 spends more on entertainment, the DV, than groups 0 and 1. For gender, we have males compared to females. This is positive, and the P is less than 0.05. So males spend significantly more on entertainment than females. There was no significant interaction here, but what I would look at is males and females for the same levels of alcohol. So right here, there's no p-value. So women and female and male non-drinkers spend about the same amount on entertainment. Male social drinkers spend more on entertainment than female social drinkers, because this p-value is less than 0.05. But then for heavy drinkers, this p-value is not less than 0.05. Both of those are heavy. 2 is heavy drinkers, male and female. So male and female were not different on spending for entertainment when they were heavy drinkers. And then we have our means here. Here is our means for the different on entertainment spending for the different alcohol groups. Higher values indicate more spending on entertainment. Same thing here, where the male value is a little bit higher than the female value because males spent a little bit more on entertainment than females. And then here is our cross-tab results for the interaction between males and females. So for our results section, for our main effect 1, we rejected the null hypothesis. And we found that, well, non and social drinkers spend a similar amount on entertainment, heavy drinkers spend significantly more than both of those groups. Okay, and then for hypothesis 1b, this is the main effect of gender. So we also rejected the null hypothesis here. And we found that males spend more on entertainment than females. And then for our interaction hypothesis, we failed to reject the null. Alcohol does not affect the genders differently. In the propensity to spend money on entertainment. And there you go, a two-way ANOVA. Now for the regression hypothesis, we hypothesized that people who drink a lot and drink socially will save less money than people who do not drink alcohol when controlling for age, gender, the propensity to give to charity, and the number of friends, and the propensity for regret. So I just made one hypothesis here for between alcohol and saving, but in a regression you can actually make hypotheses if you want for all of the variables or a few of the variables. So we could have also predicted that perhaps people who give to charity more save more, or people who have more friends spend less, etc., etc. It really just depends on what your research question is and what you're trying to figure out here, whether the variables are control variables or whether you're hypothesizing about them. Okay, so we are going to create a linear model with the little LM. We are going to use our equation structure. We're going to tag the y variable first again, which is going to be finances, and then the little tilde. And then we're going to just add all of our x variables together with little addition plus signs. And then data equals data, and then we'll call a summary of the linear model. Okay, so it's going to dummy code alcohol. It compared both social and heavy drinkers to non-drinkers. So social drinkers were not different in how much they saved than non-drinkers. However, people who drank heavily, so people who rated alcohol as 2, save significantly less than people who don't drink, because this is less than 0.05 and this is negative. So alcohol group 2, which is heavy drinking, saves less than alcohol group 0, which is never drinkers. Age did not affect how much people saved money, and neither did gender. Males or females did not tend to save one more than the other. Charity was positive, so people who gave more to charity also tended to save more money, and that's less than 0.05. And then friends was also significant here, so people who had more friends tended to save less money. And then the propensity for regret did not affect, because this is a little over 0.05, it didn't affect how much you tended to save. So the null hypothesis was rejected, but only half of our alternate hypothesis was correct. Although heavy drinkers save less than non-drinkers, social drinkers and non-drinkers save about the same amount. Okay, there you go.